We get to take a look at another cool headlamp from Sofirn. This is their HS22, a tint shifter. That's right, you can choose between warm white, cool white, or anything in between on the floodlight setting. It's also got a spotlight lens and LED for illuminating further out at distance. So one headlamp to kind of do it all right here. Runs on an 18650 battery. It's USB Type-C rechargeable. We're going to go over the user interface, what's included, the features, the beam shots, of course. I'll give you my own 2 cents or opinions at the very end of the video. If that sounds good, stick around. Hit that like button for me if you don't mind. Appreciate it. What's included? The most important and coolest part is the 4,000 milliamp hour capacity battery from Sofirn. Usually they have 3,000 milliamp hour capacity batteries, so this is really great to see. Simple enough button top cell here, but that is included. With the HS22, obviously you got your 3-point headlamp strap. Elastic material, decent enough. Appears to be good elastic. No type of grip on the inside, just wanted to note that. Shouldn't be a big issue with the 3 points. Pretty well adjustable with all that as well. This can be unclipped from the headlamp strap. That is throwing me off today. But yeah, I don't see why you would want to, really. I suppose you could throw a regular clip on this thing if you really wanted to, but yeah, in any case, probably just gonna leave it on here. In addition to the headlamp itself, you get the manual USB Type-C to C charging cable and 2 spare O-rings. We kind of get 3 beam shots for the price of 1 with this headlamp because it has floodlight, spotlight, and a combination of flood and spot. So we'll check out all 3 here in this video. Starting with the floodlight setting, the lowest level of output you get is a 5 lumen eco mode, and then work our way up from here to low mode, which is 50 lumens, medium mode, which is 200 lumens, high mode, which is 600 lumens, turbo mode, which is 2000 lumens. The medium, high, and turbo outputs do have a gradual step down just to probably manage heat. But yeah, you get impressive runtime on eco, 400 hours on that 5 lumen setting. That's thanks to that 4,000 milliamp hour capacity 18650. Love to see that. And then at the other extreme, you get about 2 minutes of 2000 lumens before gradual step down there on the turbo setting. My favorite feature of this headlamp is definitely the tint shifting ability. I've always kind of wondered if a headlamp was able to do this or if there was one on the market. This is the first to my knowledge. If you know of others, please let me know. We got a spotlight setting next here. Eco mode is once again 5 lumens. Low mode is 50. Medium 200. High mode 600. Turbo 1500. And then more importantly, you're probably wondering about the throw and candela. So we got 260 meters of throw max on turbo with the spotlight setting, and that is just under 17,000 candela, so about 16,900 according to Sofirn. So yeah, you can get some definite range with this headlamp, that's for sure. And then to top things off, we're going to check out the combination of spot and flood. One really cool thing that they enable you to do with this torch is to tint shift while in combination mode. So you cannot tint shift your spotlight emitter because there's just a single emitter there. So you're always going to get that cool white throwy emitter. And cool white is better for distance illumination anyway. But as far as the floodlight's concerned, you can actually shift your tint there. So you can have it match, with cool white if you want, or you can have it be kind of that incandescent or orange, softer light for up close illumination if you want to, which is kind of how I have it here to begin with. But I just wanted to show you that that's possible to do. Pretty unique. It's a pretty cool design. Let me know your thoughts on this. It's actually a really interesting effect to have kind of the 2 different light tones, cool white hotspot, and then you get your area light in a more low CCT. Pretty interesting, that's for sure. So yeah, hopefully this gave you a good look at the HS22, the beam shots, kind of what this thing is capable of. Pretty nuts for a headlamp. I'm used to pretty lightweight camping headlamps, usually that take AAA batteries, the cheaper plastic kind. It's not until recently that I've got my hands on some nicer headlamps, and man, there's no going back after you try something like this, that's for sure. The combo mode, runtime, and lumen output specs are pretty much the same. You get 5 lumen eco, 50 lumen low, 200 lumen medium, 600 lumen high, and then where it deviates is on turbo. You get an extra 500 lumens, so 2500 lumens max on turbo and the combo setting. Pretty impressive. Seems to manage heat pretty well. Also, it does have a buck driver, so one of the more efficient drivers that you can have in a flashlight or headlamp. Love to see that included here. So yeah, a lot of great features, and build quality seems very high with this headlamp. Let's get it inside and talk about the user interface. I'm going to put this in my own words. Pretty straightforward here. From unlock position, a single press of either switch will turn on the HS22. So that's kind of nice. Don't have to worry about which one or remember which one. You can lock this flashlight out. I didn't find this information in the manual, but with a triple click, you get a couple flashes to let you know you just placed it in lockout mode. Now, whenever you go to press it on, you're gonna have to triple click once again to unlock the flashlight. The HS22 does have direct access to moonlight mode by holding down either switch from off. So that brings you to moon. Double press from off also gets you directly into turbo. So that's either switch right there. So either way you want to go, you can get directly into turbo or moon from off if you need to with this headlamp. There are no strobes or blinky modes, no SOS, beacon. That doesn't bother me at all, but just wanted to point that out. And then yeah, where it kind of gets cool is you have 2 switches right here. And this is the only part you actually do need to remember. This one with the little sun diagram on it is your brightness switch. This one with the M is the mode switch right here. So pretty self-explanatory. Your mode switch will change you from, right now we're on the combo, spot, and flood mode. If I hold the switch down, we're gonna go just spot only, just flood only, combo, spot only, flood only, combo, you get it. So just kind of hold down that mode switch until you're on the type of beam profile you want and release, and it just stays on there. This brightness switch right here, kind of self-explanatory. Again, you have your brightness levels here, so by pressing and holding, you're going to cycle up and down an output, and you just release when you have the output that you desire. And then, as you know, with this headlamp, I'm going to get just in the floodlight mode so we can see it better. Now, this switch also is really cool because with a double press and hold on the second click, that's what gets you into the color tint shifting ability here. So if I click and hold, nice cool white, it blinks at that top limit of CCT, around 6500 CCT here. And then if I press and hold on the second press again, we're dropping all the way down somewhere around 2700K CCT, I believe. So, and then once again, you can just release in the middle whenever you find that light tone that you're looking for. So that's in my own words. That's generally the user interface of the HS22. Final thoughts about the HS22 from Sofirn. All in all, 2 thumbs up from me. I'm kind of becoming more and more snobbish with headlamps and light as I'm getting more and more into this hobby, and I really do value the ability to get various tones of light with this headlamp. Never seen something like that on a headlamp before. If you know of something that's already on the market, please let me know. But it's really cool to see here. Now this is a pretty serious thing though. As far as a headlamp goes, you got an 18650 battery in here and a lot of aluminum. So there's some weight to it. You don't feel it too badly because there's a lot of different support options on your head with this. So yeah, but it's not lightweight. That's all I'm trying to say. If Sofirn could bring something like this, just a little bit scaled down, maybe a 14500 sized light, that would be fantastic just for the sake of options. But this is pretty phenomenal. I love the 4000 milliamp hour capacity 18650 that they've included with this. A lot of extra runtime, less need to recharge frequently. So you can really use this for some longer, hikes, camp trips, runs, bikes, whatever you're doing with this headlamp. Just having that extra 1000 milliamp hour of capacity is a nice peace of mind. And yeah, the headlamp kind of bracket here has been well done. These are plastic, so there's no metal on metal grinding to worry about when it comes to this. And it just ratchets to position and holds pretty well. So that's all good. The headlamp strap is good enough. Maybe in the future, that more lightweight material with a little bit of grip on the inside could be cool to see, but I'm not complaining with this. The orange is cool. Orange is pretty much one of my favorite colors, so I don't mind it, but maybe some would look for like a little bit more subdued strap. That way it's not as, you know, loud in your face when it comes to the color. But if you are looking for visibility, this is nice. Speaking of visibility, I mean, you could also throw on some like reflective either print or designs or something like that. But yeah, for what this is, I think it's great. And I really like to see a unique design from Sofirn in the HS22 headlamp strap here. Let me know what you think about this product in the comments below. And yeah, I want to thank you very much for watching, especially if you made it this far. Hope you have a good rest of your day. God bless you. Take care. Bye.